How's it going, YouTube? Here we are again. It's Jay with another beer review for you. So today, really interested to do Samuel Adams Irish Red. Okay, so this is another one from my spring case that I got of Sam Adams beers, and interested to see what this one's going to taste like. On the bottle it says, deep russet in color, our Irish red is full of hearty, roasty character inspired by the red ales of Ireland. Brewed to suit the cool, rainy days or any time in a pub. We use roasted caramel malts for a rich, smooth malt backbone and balance them with earthy English hops for a comforting and satisfying brew. So, really quickly here, I need to look this up on Beer Advocate because I forgot. So give me 1 second. Irish red. Let's see what this one is given. All right, so well, the field rate's at 79, which is 1 point below our last beer that we did, which was Cold Snap. The brew is rated at 70. 70 out of 100. Just okay. So some of the deals that you're seeing here, I didn't mind having this beer, but it wasn't anything great. It felt like I was drinking a weaker version of a porter. It's a good beer to have, even if on the watery side, and would just rate this as an average beer. There's a couple really good ones, and there's a couple ones that are kind of like, you know. So let's see what happens here. Obviously, I'm the one drinking it right now, so let's see what we come up with. It's interesting. Not much of a smell at all, really, to be honest with you. Very mild smell. I mean, that's really all I can say about it at this point. So. Okay, so that is pretty red, extremely red, as you can see. Quite a bit of head there, but I don't know. I almost feel like this glass, it kind of invites it. I don't know. The only beer that I've had with it that didn't really have a whole lot of head was the Oak Barrel Stout. That seemed to. The head actually tastes pretty pleasing. All right, let's taste this bad boy. All right. Well, you get a nice hoppy tongue burn. Not really long. Aftertaste is kind of. The aftertaste is a little bit bitter. It's not. It's pretty easy to drink. Feels pretty carbonated in the mouth, almost like a soda. I'm not a huge fan of beers that are overly carbonated, but this one, I've had Killian's Irish Red several times. This is reminiscent of that, but the odd thing is that usually what Sam Adams does with beers is they take a beer that's well known and they kind of spruce it up a little bit. This one doesn't really taste spruced up, to be honest with you. It tastes pretty mild. It tastes pretty uninteresting, I guess I would say. Kind of like just standard kind of phone in kind of thing that they did. Yeah. I mean, you get that hop, you get a nice hop forward kind of flavor, but it's obviously nothing near what like an IPA would be or something, really overly hoppy would taste like. It's a nice hoppy flavor, but then after that, you're kind of looking for that trademark Sam Adams kind of kick where you're ooh, ooh, all those different flavors kind of coming in, and you don't really get it. You don't really get it. There's not, the bottle malt forward and everything. I mean, that's all true. With maltier beers, you get that kind of after film in your mouth, and you definitely have that here. But again, nothing's really. I wouldn't call anything of this really unpleasant. I would just call it uninteresting. That's pretty much the bottom line of it. Hmm. So, drinkable, not bad. If somebody had a case of this and it was the only thing around, I would not be like, oh my god, that's all they have. But it's decent. But it's just not. I guess for Sam Adams, for me, it's a little disappointing. Um, I feel like there's probably ways that they can spruce it up a bit. Though what those ways are, I have no idea because I don't brew, at least not yet. So I'll go ahead and rate this one. I'll rate it 3 stars out of 5 because I would have given that other half star, but I feel like just because it's Sam Adams, I kind of expect a little bit more out of him. So, obviously with a beer company with this many brews, I would anticipate one or two of them coming out kind of flat. I don't know if this is one of those. I mean, this is kind of more like a middle of the road kind of thing. But, obviously with them and as big as their name is, especially on the East Coast, you'd think, you know, what else is here? But it's a solid beer, and if you ever had a chance to try it, I'd say it's worth trying. It's just not something you need to go out of your way buy a case of or anything of that nature. So that's it, and see you at the next review. Thanks.